Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, November 22nd, 2011. This is Texan TV News, a product of Texan TV News Service, and I'm Winston Dawson. In today's headlines, Egypt is turning its military government into a civilian government. Stock weakens as government lowers growth estimate. Couple tried to bribe border agent. Thanksgiving buffet at Pecan Plantation Clubhouse Thursday. Stephenville residents help out with community service projects. Fundraiser for Nature and Nurture Child Care Center is hosted by community members. Sports updates for your local campus and your local weather updates. Now, today's top story. In international news, Egypt's ruling military government is moving up to date to transfer power to a civilian government next July and consulted Tuesday with political parties on forming a new cabinet. But the major concessions were made immediately rejected by tens of thousands of protesters in Cairo's iconic Tahrir Square, threatening a second revolution. Protesters chanted, "We are not leaving, he leaves," demanding that military ruler Field Marshal Hussein Tantawi and his council of generals immediately give up power to a civilian transitional authority. Abu El Mahdi and Mohammed Salim Al-Awa, two politicians who have attended a 5-hour crisis meeting with military rulers, said their generals accepted the resignation of Prime Minister Issam Sharaf's government and will form a national salvation cabinet to replace it. The military's concession came less than a week before the first parliamentary election since the ouster 9 months ago of longtime authoritarian ruler Mubarak. Khaled El-Said, a member of Youth Revolution Coalition and a cabinet in the upcoming parliamentary election, said, "Our demands are clear. We want the military council to step down and hand over authority to a national salvation government with full authority. The commander of the military police and the interior minister must be tried for the horrific crimes over the past few years," he added. "This is a maximum we can reach. The Tahrir Square is something and the politics are something else," Mahdi told the Associated Press. He and Al-Awa are among 12 political party representatives and presidential hopefuls who attended the meeting with the military council. Mahdi and Al-Awa also said the military agreed to release protesters detained since Saturday and to put on trial police and army officers responsible for the protesters' deaths. They said the military agreed to hold presidential elections before the end of June 2012. A vote in the ruling council has deemed the final stage necessary for transferring power. In national news, the Associated Press reports that stock indexes are falling after the government lowered its estimate of economic growth. In the third quarter, higher borrowing costs for Spain also renewed worries about Europe's debt crisis. Hewlett-Packard Co. sank 4% Tuesday, dragging the Dow Jones Industrial Average. HP lowered its earnings forecast for the 2012 fiscal year after the market closed Monday. The U.S. economy grew at a 2% annual rate in the July-September period, down from the government's earlier estimate of 2.5%. Analysts had expected the rate to remain the same. In state news, the Associated Press reports that a Texas couple has been jailed on charges they tried to bribe a Border Patrol agent into letting them smuggle a family member and cocaine into the country. The U.S. Attorney General's office said the FBI agents arrested 25-year-old Debbie Ayala of El Lazario, Texas, and 25-year-old David Rogelio Leyva of Socorro, Texas. Both were booked into the Donna Ana County Detention Center. Federal prosecutors alleged the couple tried to offer $700 to $800 to the agents so they could smuggle in Ayala's cousin from Mexico into New Mexico, possibly through Deming, New Mexico, last January. Ayala also allegedly offered to pay $1,000 to $2,000 if she could be allowed to smuggle in a quantity of cocaine, but the agent refused the offer. Prosecutors say a conviction on conspiracy and bribery could lead up to 20 years in prison and a $500,000 fine. In Hood County news, a pecan plantation tradition returns Thursday, the annual Thanksgiving buffet at the clubhouse. The menu includes everything you'd expect to find on a Thanksgiving menu and more. Kids age 5 and younger eat free, and they even have their own specially designed menu. There are 3 seatings to choose from: 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. Reservations are required, so call 817-573-2641 to reserve your preferred time slot. In Stephenville news, beginning Monday, some of Erath County's tiniest residents will ante up to assist their peers. According to Liz L.Z. Harris, Come Eat's founder, a major fundraiser will begin Monday at Nature and Nurture's Childhood Care Center. LZ said the latest addition to the Soup's Kitchen team, its wooden mouse mascot Mackie Fruit, will be the focus of the effort, which will not only feed the needy school children during the winter break, but also teach their peers a lesson in community service. LZ said Mackie Fruit is a 3-foot wooden mouse that children can feed boxes of macaroni and fruit cups. His mouth is cut out, and when they put a box of food in him, it goes into a big box of cheese that he's mounted on. This is our way of getting enough food donated to feed all of the kids over the holidays. While winter break will offer students a respite from all the halls of education, many of the children that come to eat on the delivery route will be out of the free reduced meals offered by schools. In campus news, the Tarleton State University chapter of Omicron Delta Kappa, the National Leadership Honor Society, has partnered with Come and Eat to add warmth to those in need. ODK member Jamie Arlt, who has supported Come and Eat's efforts since the kitchen got rolling, said the organization was seeking a service project when she began discussing ideas with the kitchen's founder, LZ Harris. Heather Arlt, a senior Girl Scout, is working on a community service project with Come Eat. Jamie Arlt, Heather's mother, said they decided to host a book drive, asking community members to donate Christian children's books. Book donations should be delivered to Cowboy Church, Erath County, located at 4945 U.S. Highway. The Girl Scouts Mistletoe Hut, located on the grounds of the Stephenville Soccer Complex, or Stephenville High School, where books are being collected in the band hall. The book drive will end December the 9th. The boxes are located inside Tarleton's Dick Smith Library, the Dean's Office in the University's Business Building, lobby of the Thompson Student Center, and Barefoot Athletics. Community members can call 977-4085 to have hoodies or books picked up prior to December the 9th. In sports news, the Tarleton's men's basketball team will try to get back on the right track when they host Paul Quinn today, November 22nd at 8 p.m. in Wisdom Gym. Both teams are coming off losses, including the Texans' contest against Washburn Saturday that ended in Tarleton's 20-game winning home streak. Paul Quinn fell to Angelo State 81-60 in their only game so far this season. Tarleton is 3-1 for the year. The Rangers signed relief pitcher Joe Nathan to a 2-year, $14 million contract yesterday. Nathan will take the reins as closer Neftali Feliz will move to the rotation. Nathan is a 4-time All-Star, formerly of the Minnesota Twins. The Rangers also mentioned that they have not ruled out signing starter C.J. Wilson. The Dallas Cowboys will take on the Miami Dolphins Thanksgiving Day at Cowboys Stadium. The Cowboys and Dolphins are both coming off wins last week, with Dallas defeating the rival Redskins and Dolphins handily beating the Buffalo Bills. For today's weather, you can expect mostly sunny with a high of 60 degrees and a low of 42. Tomorrow, there will be sunny skies with a high of 70 and an overnight low of 43 degrees. Today's stories come from the Empire Tribune, ComeEat.com, Weather.com, and the Associated Press website. Today's broadcast was produced by Becca Downs, Amber Ward, Laura Proctor, Sarah Richards, and Monica Pierce. You can follow us on ustream.tv/user/Texan News Service. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I'm Winston Dawson. Tune in Monday, November 28th for more news and updates. Have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.